Tell all who will hear, the Reaper sails for Mars, and he calls for an iron rain. Earlier this month, I finished Golden Sun, the second book in the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, and this is just better in every way than Red Rising as a book. I read this at the very beginning of the month, and honestly, this is just good. Like, this is really just such a fun novel. And it's just so funny coming back to this a second time because I do have my criticisms this time around. Like, it's not just like, oh, hype and aura moments like it was upon my first read. But it's also funny coming back like a second time around, having read so many other books and still going, no, this was actually really good. Like, this is actually highly entertaining. Obviously, this is not a series for everyone. I do think that this caters more to a male audience than female. You know, I know women like this series too, but, you know, it's also kind of a male power fantasy series. But at least for me, I find this highly entertaining. This is a very fun book, and I would say it's just filled with just a lot of very cool hype aura moments and even some good character work. What I think really distinguishes Red Rising as a series for so many people is the fact that Pierce Brown somehow is able to always go by the rule of cool and almost always make it work. Now, I'm not going to say it works 100% of the time, but like, things happen in this book that are just not like feasibly possible. Like, not only are they not physically possible for any human to do, they also just go against the actual, as far as I understand, laws of physics set within our reality. But do you care when you read this book? Absolutely not. Darrow gets shot from one spaceship to another in what should be a sequence that would kill him, would kill anyone. Doesn't matter how genetically engineered you are. It just physically should not be possible to do. And I acknowledge that, and yet, do I really care? No, because it's awesome. And that is really what Red Rising and Golden Sun are about, being awesome. Sometimes you just want to read a book where it's like, character work, plot, grounded? No. This is aura and hype moments, and that is Golden Sun. I think what really makes this better as a novel than Red Rising is, first of all, the action sequences are much better. It definitely has way less of a YA feel, in my opinion. I feel like the writing style takes it up a notch. I feel like there's a lot of really, really good writing moments in here, which, you know, Red Rising, it's like one of those series where I'm like, I'm not sure if it's well written in the technical sense, but like, it's enjoyable, so who cares? And also, I just like the character moments are stronger. I felt like Darrow was more of a character here. A lot of side characters actually kind of get to start growing and glowing in this one. They're not just like there as an extension of Darrow's character. They're actually like their own individual person, which I really liked. And the plot in general is just so high octane. Like, the first one is incredibly high octane, but this one is nuts. I mean, this is just genuinely foot to the floor the entire time, and it does not let go. There are, and what's interesting is, like, usually when it's high octane like that, it doesn't leave a lot of room for like actual good plot moments or character moments or storytelling. But I think Golden Sun is one of those exceptional novels where it actually can keep up the pace while allowing for great character moments, allowing for great interactions between people, allowing for some great dialogue, allowing for some of those moments that like hit you emotionally, and it's all just done very well. It's a very surprisingly good second novel by Pierce Brown. Like, Red Rising is a good introduction novel. I think it's very good, especially for a first ever book, essentially, that he published. But Golden Sun takes everything that Red Rising has that's good about it, from the action to the storytelling to the plot to the world building, and just takes it up just a complete other notch. The villains in here are more compelling. The main character, I think, is getting to be a better person and someone you can root for harder. The side characters are more intriguing. I feel like there's more depth to them. The plot is just more interesting here. There's like almost like in a Song of Ice and Fire level like plot scheme going on here. And of course, the action is just brilliant. I mean, the Iron Rain in here is just awesome. There's so many sequences that are just like the coolest thing ever. And basically everything about this book is good. I would really say the only thing that like holds this novel back is that sometimes I think Pierce Brown relies too much on allowing characters to get away with things. I don't want to call them Deus Ex Machinas because I don't know if they are technically, but sometimes I feel like things happen and it's like, ooh, that was like really convenient for Darrow, or that was really inconvenient for him. But like, I don't know if that would like happen realistically, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't know if they would get out of that situation the way it happened. And I don't know if it's Deus Ex Machinas and that's what he's relying on, or if it's another kind of writing thing like that. But I do feel like sometimes Pierce Brown sets up his character to fail and then like miraculously pulls them out of it. And it just doesn't always work. And that's really the only thing that, for me, Golden Son doesn't do super well, but everything else is really good. I mean, like, if you are looking for a high octane series where you can just get hyped and just read it and then just enjoy it and you can just like turn off your brain, I feel like Red Rising is definitely it. I feel like its detractors don't realize that this is supposed to be its fun series, and I feel like mega fans of this series also don't realize it's okay that it's not that deep, guys. It's okay that it's not Sun Eater or Tolkien or whatever, like. And I'm not saying there aren't deep moments, but like, I feel like there's two polar opposite sides when it comes to Red Rising and people who review it. People who they can't just appreciate the fun in it, and people who try and make it something more than it is. And I'm not saying Pierce Brown's a bad author. I think he improves in every novel. And I'll have a review of Morningstar where I think it's even better than Golden Son. But like, it's also okay that it's just a fun series. And I think if that's what you're looking for, is a fun, well-paced series where the characters are well-written, where the world building is intriguing, where the action is really well done. In my opinion, Pierce Brown might be the best at writing action in the science fiction genre, as far as I'm concerned. Then this is it. And Golden Son is like the like perfect example of what this series is all about. Just a lot of fun, a lot of crazy moments, a lot of great character interactions, and multiple stabs in the heart that still hurt even though I read it before. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Very good book.